Okay, so welcome to Euron everyone. Now in this lecture, I'm going to talk about a while loop. So basically while loop is nothing but a loop with a condition. So in case of for loop, so it will just go start extracting a data if that is a iterable object. But in case of while loop, it is going to check a condition first and then it will try to extract a data. Now that's the difference between for and while loop. You will be able to find out. Now let's go ahead and write some code and try to understand these things in a better way. So here what I'm going to do is, so let's suppose if I have to extract a data maybe from this range function. So let's suppose if I'm producing a data starting from 1 to 6 and technically it will be till 5, and if I'm trying to extract the data, so it is going to give me a data starting from 1 till 5, 6 is a upper bound, so it will be silent. Now so same thing if I have to perform with respect to while loop, how I can do that? Let's try to understand that part as well. So like I said guys in the beginning itself, that while loop is nothing but a loop which will try to check a condition first and then it will try to perform some operation. Now what is a condition that it is going to check, by the way? So here I'm going to show you one example, and with the help of example I'll try to explain you. So here I'm going to write while I is lesser than equal to, let's suppose I'm writing 5, then print what? So print basically I, then try to increase a value of I by 1 all the time. So here you must be able to see that it is giving me the same result, 1 to 5, and 1 to 5 I am able to print. Now how while is working? Let's try to understand that. Like I said, while always try to check the condition. So here is a condition. If this condition is going to be true, then only whatever you have written, whatever logic that you have written inside a while loop, it is going to execute it. Otherwise, it is not going to execute it. So here I'm writing I is lesser than equal to 5. Initial value of I is 1. So it will try to check 1 is lesser than equal to 5. Yes, it's true. Now go here. Print the value of I. So I'm printing I is equal to 1. Then try to increment a value of I. So I is equal to initial current value of I plus 1 is equals to 2. So okay, now again it will go to a while because it's a loop, right? It's a loop. So it will keep on doing this unless and until this condition is not going to be false. So once this condition will be false, then only it is going to terminate a loop. In case of for loop, it will try to terminate itself once data will be exhausted. Yeah, so here again I is equals to like a 2, so 2 is lesser than equal to 5. It's basically true. So here print I, so print 2, and then I is equal to I plus 1, so I is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now I become 3. Now 3 is lesser than equal to 5. Again it's true. So try to print basically I, and then I is equal to I plus 1, so I is equals to 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. And then again, so 4 is lesser than equal to 5. So it's true basically. Check the condition. Now I is equal to what? So I is equal to 4 plus 1 is equals to 5 over here. Now, so 5 is lesser than equal to 5. Again, it's true. Okay. So print 5 and then I is equal to what? So 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Now it will try to check 6 is lesser than equal to 6. No, it's not true. It's basically false. Now, once it is going to be false, this entire loop will be exhausted. This entire loop will be terminated. So this is how while is going to work. It will always be looking for a true over here. Always will be looking for a true over here. If it is true, right? If this part is going to be true, then only it is going to execute the logic that you are going to write. Now, that's the only differences you will be able to find out between for and while. You can go ahead with for, you can go ahead with while. It's your choice. Simple. Whatever I can do with for, I can do the same thing with while as well. As simple as that. Now here, so let's suppose I'm going to show you multiple examples, by the way. So let's suppose I have to do a summation of 1 till 5. Yeah, 1 till 5. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So I have to do a summation. So how I will be able to do a summation? Let's try to understand that particular path. So here I'm going to declare n is equal to 5. Till 5 I have to do a summation, and let's declare one variable, total variable, TOTAL, total variable. So total is equal to 0 for now, and then initial point is going to be, starting point is going to be 1, for example. Yeah. So here I can try to write a code that if I is lesser than equal to n, keep on running it. keep on running it, right? So I is equal to 1, so 1 is lesser than equal to n is 5 by the way, so true, go inside it, right? Go inside it. And then total is equals to total, so total is equals to total plus what? So plus I, means I is equal to 1, 0 plus 1, total is equal to 1. Then second time, let's increment the value of I. So I is equals to I plus 1, right? And then eventually try to come out of the loop and then print, come out of the loop, because if you are inside the loop, if you'll print, so for every loop, it is going to print the value. So just come out of it and then try to print what? So print basically total over here. So here is 15. Yeah, here is 15. So if you are going to do like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 1 is equals to 15. So yes, we are able to get 15. How? So I is lesser than n, 1 is lesser than 5, 1 is lesser than equal to 5. True. Execute this. So total is equal to, total is equals to total, initially 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. Then I is equal, increment the value of I. So now I will become 2, 2 is lesser than equal to n, true. So same thing, it will keep on doing it. Same thing, it will keep on doing it. And then finally you will be able to get your data. Very simple, right? Very simple. Now let's try to do one thing. So I have a use case to print a number from 10 till 1 in a descending order. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in this order, I have to print the data. How I can print the data? Let's see. So I is equals to 10, initial value of like I is 10. Now I can write over here that while loop, go into the loop, and then here write a condition while I is greater than equal to 1, right? Check this condition. So I is greater than equal to 1, right? So basically print. So starting in a reverse order, print, print what? Print I, and then do what? Decrease the value of I. Yeah. So I is equals to I minus 1. As you can see, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm able to print it. So what it is trying to do? So I is equal to 10. So 10 is greater than equal to 1, true. Print it, then reduce the value. Then again check, print it, reduce the value. Again check, print, reduce, check, print, reduce, right? So it will keep on doing this entire operation unless and until the condition is going to be false. So condition is going to be false when I is equal to 0. So 0 is greater than equal to 1, false. Now break the loop, as simple as that. Yeah. So, okay, this is something that you have to do. Now here, let's suppose I have a string, and inside the string, I have my name, Sudhansu, Sudhanshu. Yeah. I have a name inside the string. Now, I have to just print this entire later one by one, just like a for loop. So I can do that. So I is equal to initially 0, let's suppose. Yeah. So while I is lesser than length of basically what? Length of my string, which is 9, right? So and indexes will be till what? Indexes will be till 8, starting from 0. So that's the reason. So I'm not writing equal to over here. I'm writing just like a I is lesser than length. Print what? So print basically a data, ith data, and then try to do what? So I is equals to I plus 1. Execute. So SUDHANSHU, I'm able to print it over here. Very simple, right? Very simple. I'm able to print it over here. So in this way, guys, you can write a for loop, whatever you want, you can just do it. You can try to write it. You can even mention the condition inside it. But yeah, I'm going to use this for loop and while loop a lot of times. So just sit tight. We'll try to learn. We'll try to understand a lot of things. And plus try to attempt all the assignment that I've given to you. So with that, guys, thank you so much. See you again in my next lecture, guys.